another podcast, man. We here, the Armor Bear Podcast, episode 3. Episode 3, I got my boys here. You mean, it's your boy Adam right here. We gonna lead this joint. Next to me, we got
Mars. Yeah, I'm in the building, right next to me.
Every week, different character. Every week.
He went from Sam, Mars.
Next week gonna be D.
You gotta keep it moving.
It's Lynn here.
Yo, it's Josh. What's up?
This is D.
Yo, it's Joey. What's up?
Alright, that's the whole cast. Listen, man, today we got some. I think we got some good topics today, man.
Why you got your smooth jazz voice?
No, I'm trying to get more TikTok followers.
That quiet storm shit.
Nah, for real though. I think we got some good topics today, though.
You good? Let's go.
I'm gonna lead off with this one, man. Why do women get looked at differently when it comes to body counts than men do?
Women look that.
You trying to get us in trouble, boy.
That's taboo.
And of course, this is all opinion, right? It's all
yeah, of
our
course,
opinion.
of course.
Gotcha.
Ain't no right wrong answer. It's all opinion.
So what's your opinion?
It's all facts, dog. It's like,
So are you.
No, honestly, I think body counts, depending on, I guess, how you get your body count. If everybody going around just doing anything or anything, obviously that's just bad if it's a male or female. But women, I mean, we do call women hoes and all this when they might not even be. They just, they might just get into relationships. Two relationships a year possibly, because you get into a relationship, y'all have sex, whatever, cool. You might break up for whatever reason. You might. No, I'm saying what?
It's a 2 year.
2 a year.
2 a year.
2 a year.
So like, you know how women you might have somebody with like 10 bodies or whatever, or 14 bodies. You might be like, oh, she a slaughter, but like she could just.
5 years, 10 boyfriends. That's 10 niggas.
That's
10 bodies, right?
Hey, but like, she might not be like that though. She might just get into a relationship, trust him enough, they hit whatever, and then it might be bad, so break up, get into another relationship. Right. So just like, how y'all feel about it? Or how y'all feel about how we call them hoes and are we hoes if we do it? Like,
I think the name like hoe and slut itself is just like
agreed.
That's just like a term used to like shame somebody.
Yeah,
Facts.
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't hold any actual weight. It's not a real thing to me. You know what I mean? There's some people that are loose. You know, of course.
Right. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, I know some loose folks, but like
Loose folk.
I think like everybody does it. You know what I mean? It's not like we're all saints here. You know what I mean?
Oh no, yeah.
Of the Most High.
Yes, God.
Nah, I think, for real, I think we look at it differently, like, from when we were younger to now. You know, like, when you was a young boy, like, high school, it's like, you got more than 4 people, 5 people. You like, yeah, you a whore. And I think when you get older, it's like,
It's commonplace.
yeah, it's like, bro, she got 2 kids. She definitely was getting bombed. Like, she definitely was getting bombed. You don't even care no more. So I think, like, the older you get, the more mature you get, you just realize, like, people, that's what you did. Like,
I will say, and I hope I don't get any like slack.
Shit.
It's easier for a woman to get a man.
I was about to do that, right? I was about to go into that.
Easier?
I think it's easier. If you wanted some girl and was like, hey, you trying to f right now?
She get the last word. Is what
So
she said.
we gotta edit this whole.
Like, we're not cursing.
Well, we definitely gotta go on YouTube. So,
I'll believe it.
Let's find different words, baby.
Yeah, like, hey, if you're trying to smash right now, and she says, no, that's probably gonna be like the most likely response. But if a girl came up to some random ass dude and was like, hey, you trying to smash? 8 times out of 10,
he would
that nigga's gonna smash.
No, honestly though, cause I hear this a lot. They say men gotta work for it. Basically, we gotta go get the woman. That's anything. Like, you gotta make sure your woman good. We gotta do all this for the woman to make sure she good to get whatever. You mean the woman? She get the last word. Basically, like Josh said, she get the last word. So if she wants to do it,
then she gonna do
it. Right. So when a woman got a bunch of bodies, that's why I feel like we look at them like that. Like, yo, you got a bunch of. Oh, you just let anybody.
So you saying it's more because they is their opinion or is their thought process in the first place. It's like, if they agree, then it's happening regardless.
So I guess depending on the guy. I feel like guys are better now where they don't. A lot of. I don't know. I feel like it's different now.
Yeah,
but Yeah, for sure.
I see that viewpoint as well. As far as like, you know, since they are the ones who make the decision or make the choice when it comes down to that, more than it is men. Because like you said, man, we kind of just like, let me know.
What it is.
Daytime play.
Hey, what's up? Where we at?
Let me know, like, what's up. So yeah, I see that viewpoint, but like I said, I think like, you know, it's just all about. I think it's all about preference for
your
us.
personal
Like,
opinion, like you said, bro. Age got a lot to do with it. Back in the day, it's like, damn, 6? 17, baby. Now I don't even want to know. I don't want you to say. I got about 14, 15. I'm like, damn. When you like, man, you is 26.
Yeah,
That's
it's understandable.
that's 2 episodes, 9 months.
So how you feel about, real quick, how y'all feel about, since we talk about this, like Lori Harvey?
That's a good one.
See, she doing her life, man. She living her life, man. Yeah.
So like, would you
I will say that,
would you consider her a hoe or a whore?
Nah,
I wouldn't.
because I wouldn't consider myself a hoe. I was doing the same thing, or other people.
But
would
again, we
consider
talking
me a hoe.
about
See,
men, women.
And
So,
I
don't think that should be, though.
As far as body count, you don't know who that got in there who did. You just see her
You
out
just
with
see her
him.
dating.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say that.
Out with him. And that's one thing about like the body thing you said, like a conversation piece, bro. You don't. Your girl Jennifer, niggas, damn, Jennifer still be doing that? Cause
Yeah.
you one of the other they got something. You like, hold on,
That's what I'm saying.
that's
So
something to talk about.
this is my question. So if y'all meet a new girl, would y'all first off, would y'all ask the question, and if she do just randomly tell y'all, like, how would y'all feel about it? Would y'all still date her? She
I
got
don't
like
think it's important
10,
unless,
14
you know,
bodies. How would
they're
you
not
feel about it?
protected.
I'm not asking that. Only thing I'm asking is if you dated one of my homies.
Like I said, bro, I'm about to answer the number about like
I'm not gonna ask the number, but I'm definitely gonna ask.
Yeah, I think that's some young boy.
right. Like if you liked her before she said 15, damn, you was cool yesterday when I didn't know you had 15.
I probably wouldn't ask the number, but I definitely like, yo, I mean, I heard you was with my man Adam. Like, hold up, like, yeah.
You'll ask about the one you know.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the whole caveat what Joey just said, he's not asking nothing because he married.
Facts.
Right. So let me just put that out there before he get in trouble. But I'll say this though, I'm just letting y'all, table all that because that really is a 20-something conversation. Because in your 20s, that is still a relevant topic. When you're older, in your 30s and your 40s, it's a given for the most part, and it's not to castigate any female. But yeah, you in your 30s and 40s. You don't even know the number. Ain't nobody keeping count at this point. And for men, don't care about your past necessarily because we're trying to build. So where are you mentally at this point? What are your future endeavors? Trying to figure out who you had sex with in your 20s. That's a whole tryout. You know what I mean? 10 years for the most part. For some, not everybody. Second part of that, Adam, to your topic is, I think because we hold women to a certain standard. Right?
Is that wrong though?
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's preference. Like everything go back to preference, bro. Like I feel good knowing, all right, this one, and they had my girl, bro. Just something like that. And it's like you said about the another thing about the believability. You ask a girl like, damn, if she say 2, you might think you lying. You talking about 2?
Really sick.
Daryl and Brandon. That's 3 right there. You talking about 2? Then you think about it, they might be lying, bro.
Yeah, for
Two
sure.
really six, bro. Right?
So at the end of the day, y'all probably shouldn't worry about it.
Right, I think that's the age thing, bro.
I definitely
You
would.
can't because
You drive yourself crazy.
worried about that then turns into well, who's better?
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
do this?
oh, yeah,
It turns
yeah,
to all of that. So
But I
you
think
can't.
it's going to be a level of insecurity if
Right.
you care
Oh, for
that
sure.
deeply.
Yeah.
Like, are you like how many?
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you dwell on it.
In
She say
November,
3.
you said 6, and next October it's 8. When that happened?
We've been
Like,
together since then. How you got 8? Then? Like,
The question be like, yo,
I'm only
yo,
one
he's bigger than
person.
me. That's the
Right. I mean, well, I don't.
Hey, man, listen.
That's why I got married, so I had to deal with none of this.
Me
man.
too.
I'm cool.
That's why you got
That's
married.
I got married, so fuck all that.
Joe, I'm with you, man.
Right? We ain't worried about all
Yeah,
that.
for me, like I used to be worried about it. I'm not gonna lie. But then, like, I dated a girl who was
She was out there.
She was out there.
She was out there, and like
She was
jamming.
Went
She
on
was
with her.
jamming.
before me, she was out there.
She was jamming.
She's still kind of out there when I was with her, but
So she's out there.
it wasn't anything like official. Or
She
anything.
was Lori Harvey.
You was just fucking with
She
her.
was Lori Harvey in you, huh?
He watching
I'd say
stories. She
that.
was a boot. He's like, hold on, I ain't
I'd
like
say
boots.
that. But like I don't know, it just the thing we had made me realize that it just didn't mean anything. Like at least to me personally.
Oh, that's special. You growing up.
I'll be.
That's okay, baby. That's okay. That was 6 months ago.
It's okay, baby.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
We're building.
Yeah,
We gonna get past
but we
that.
want to be careful though, because I don't want us though. We're not going to say that Lori Harvey, she, Lori Harvey.
Yeah, because we don't know.
Yeah, because she's, truth be told, we don't know her.
We're hardly living her life.
She living a life. I agree with that. I ain't gonna hold you since it is relatively current affairs. She's new with this new relationship with Michael B. And then I ain't gonna lie. The other day, I just happened to I didn't know she dated so and so. I didn't know she dated so. Well, if that's the case, we talk about the Kardashians.
Yeah, can I ask you a question real fast?
You just did. Well,
Yeah, that's two.
Go ahead,
What's
bro.
up? What's up?
Do y'all believe in like a whole phase for a woman or yourself, like for a guy?
Honestly, I don't think to me, it's not called a whole phase. To me, it's just called living your life. Like, you just enjoying life.
Is that a good thing is that life though? Like, you mean everything or just whenever you mean? Is that life? Do you have to experience
So you
that?
want the biblical answer or just the...
just like
the
real, like
answer?
real, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna put it this way. This is why. I'm gonna put it this way. This is why the Bible say don't have sex before marriage. That's all I'm gonna say from there. This is why the Bible says.
But you don't think like you don't want somebody? Let's say y'all go skydiving. You don't want somebody who just started. You want somebody who already went skydiving.
You want somebody that's experienced?
Yo,
Is what you
what?
said?
No.
It don't work like that. It don't work like
That's
that.
not even the right. Like
No more analogies.
no, because come on, it's going.
He said she gotta be
This
experienced for
conversation
me.
going to end up going somewhere totally different.
You got your parachute? Like what?
Sex before marriage has nothing to do with.
I want somebody experienced.
Or the Bible saying sex before marriage has nothing to
She
do with
preferences,
experience, or it has nothing to do with, you're going to be a rookie in the bedroom. It has everything to do with soul ties and spirits. When you, for example, and I really don't want to go here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I really don't want to go here, so we're going to cut it short. But like for example, like when you have sex with somebody, you now have a piece of them. Yeah. So what happens is when you move on to the next female, certain things in this female you're gonna be looking from the other female, and that's where the things like cheating and stuff comes into play, because there's certain things that this female you with now she wasn't giving you the sloppy topic like the other joint was. You get what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. So so it's more of a soul tie thing when the Bible says sex before marriage. It has nothing to do with experience. And I'll be honest with you, experience has nothing to do with like you being experienced in sex is nothing, because for real, your responsibility is to learn that particular female, that person.
Yeah.
You knowing how to hit it, like boom, that ain't got nothing to do with this female. She might not want it that way. You gotta learn her.
Because it is all about and I'll piggyback on that. It's all about relationship, and I mean that's key. We're armor bearers, right? Boom. So we go somewhere else and be our armor bearer. Like we've all served different leaders. Armor bearer for a bishop in Virginia, apostle when I see my apostle. What and how I serve our bishop, where we all were together, is different from what I was doing, for other leaders.
Right.
They may not require that kind of maybe attentiveness. First of all, one was a female, another person was a male. So the way that I served was different because it had everything to do with relationship. Same way with what Joey was just saying. You can be experienced, as Marcel would talk about. I want somebody experienced. You have experience in what? Just because they're good at oral. You know what I'm saying? You might, but you might be with somebody who may not be personally. If you that good at oral, I'm like, man, who taught you? Dang, like you got a degree in it. You know what I'm saying? But should she leave you?
She was on honest society.
What are you talking about?
But should she leave you, she might date somebody else who may not necessarily prefer oral.
Right. So it's all about it's all about learning the person. And what's the greatest feeling in the world to where you learn your female, like your woman.
Yeah.
To the exact things that she wanted. Bro, that's the greatest sex in the world.
Honestly,
when y'all in sync.
There's like
that's why
between the both parties.
When y'all in sync like that,
that's why I hope
it's amazing.
It's
that's how Joel got here. Like it's amazing.
it's amazing. Jesus Christ.
No, so that's my opinion on the whole thing.
No, I respect it. But no, that's the whole thing. Like you said, like you take a piece of somebody when you go do something else with somebody else. That's my whole thing. It's just like I personally, I've never been that person.
Right.
I never been that person, going around doing this, doing that with all these women or whatever. But it's just like I see niggas do it. Excuse my language. I see men do it. I see the brothers do it. Females do it. And I'm just like, damn, how y'all do that? How can y'all do it? I could never feel like, how can y'all do it? I don't understand how they can go down that doing this girl, doing this, that,
Right.
dude, whatever. I was just always like like Lynn said, like a relationship type of person.
Right.
So that's just my take on it, though, man.
No, yeah, I feel
Right.
But just opinions.
As a man, I know me, I'm either 1 or I'm 17 of them things. You know? I can't think of why the female the same thing. Like, I don't belong to nobody. I can go talk to Larry and Daryl and Mike if I want. And you is right. It might hurt you a little bit.
So wait, where did that start though? This calling women or this a hoe or whatever the case
I
is.
think it comes out of just like spite for real.
No, it's urban. It's all an urban thing, man. None of us know.
But why did it start with the women only?
Good question.
Why we not that?
And
I feel like women have been put down.
Well, I think
Yes,
growing up, you told like
Yeah, you told you get something.
you
It's
supposed
like,
to go get that, and then women you told to
yeah.
be the
No, you
modest.
supposed to.
Hold on. I got something.
Yeah.
I think that comes out insecurity of the men because of you want to be the only one of that woman in the top
Oh, yeah,
point.
true.
Number one rank
Yeah.
in her head. You don't want to be second because. No guy want to be second for real. As men,
Got so bad,
competitive.
bro. Girls say 2 or 3. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes! I'm with that. 2 or 3. You 25. I can turn 26, bro.
Let's go.
You 25, 26, 2, 3. Yes! Yes! That could have been one to pass every 5 years. You got every 5 years.
Good. That means she been in relationships.
Yes!
She loves
She's a
people.
wife.
She holy.
She likes being married.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, like, it's all personal preference. Some people still like that, some people not. So it's just all about you finding that right person. That's all.
I feel you.
And deal breakers. What's your deal breaker?
Right.
What's your
Work
no?
for
I
you,
can't
bro.
put up like my deal breaker is I couldn't date a female that smoke. Can't do that.
Can't do it.
What's y'all deal breakers? What's y'all deal breakers then?
That's one of my deal breakers. Yeah, can't date. I can't.
Mine's is smoke too, like cigarettes. Oh,
cigarettes is
no.
like
I can't. I don't like a late responder. You know what I mean?
Oh, when you
Like,
texting?
when I'm texting.
My boy,
You
like,
hate
what
that?
you doing?
What you
Yeah,
doing,
you know
bro?
what I mean?
Hit me back now.
I need you here. I need you to
No, I get
respond.
that. Yeah, that's
My joint is a dirty girl.
That too.
I mean, I think that should
Like,
be
not
everybody.
like,
thought that's anybody,
Not
though.
like brooches and other stuff, but like clothes
But
on the
that
floor,
too. Yeah,
clothes
yeah.
on the floor, or like when she
yeah.
brushes her teeth, you see the
Just a little messy.
You don't rinse out the sink.
the specks on the mirror.
on the mirror.
Specs on the
Yeah,
mirror
I hate
get you?
Like, why you ain't do something about that?
That's how you brush
Why
your
you ain't do
teeth.
something about that this morning?
You saw you brush your teeth. They don't. We're all in the mirror. You ain't wipe that off.
Oh, you one of those?
You know what, though?
I ain't know that.
But that goes to, that's a good point too, though. But that also goes to the way that you were raised as a man. I think that's
Oh, yeah,
big up
true.
to your mom.
Yeah.
For because obviously she wasn't like that, right? You had a clean house. The mirror was always clean.
So when you see a dirty mirror,
Right.
when you
Like,
jump,
what?
whoa!
Yeah.
Yo, clean this mirror.
Right.
Who does that?
Facts.
I can't.
Yeah,
You was
especially
feeling-
when they do like the Instagram post and they got that dirty mirror, bruh.
That bothers you? I don't know what it is with you and mirrors, but all right.
Cause I like seeing myself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Can't see yourself clearly with that
right.
front speck all in there.
Acne? Oh no, that's your mirror.
That's just a little toothpaste. That's toothpaste.
That's just toothpaste.
I thought it was whiteheads.
Blackheads.
Yeah, nah, man. Yeah, like that's definitely deal breaker for me.
Oh, it's crazy. When you just asked that, I just started thinking about it. Like, I don't have a list of deal breakers or anything. I just know it when I see it. Like,
You just
damn,
know
man.
it. Yeah.
I don't like she was on that. You was like, oh, hold on, man. Oh, I know you ain't leave them flip flops in front of the door. Oh, the shoe rack is right there. It's little things.
You wore a onesie to Dunkin' Donuts?
You know I love coffee.
Yeah, my
one of them.
one of my biggest
Cool.
ones was like a headscarf. I don't like when girls walk outside with headscarves. Like they just woke up and it's just like,
Oh,
I'm
fresh
gonna
out
do
the
something.
bed. But what about pajamas? What did she walk out with some pajamas on?
That'd be
I used to see that
pajama
all the
day at
time.
work or
She-
school or
Nah,
something.
she did like Megan Thee Stallion. I don't care.
No, I'm cool, bro. I can't.
I care.
Cause
But the
my thing
pajamas?
is, I'm gonna be honest with you, cause my thing is you're a representation of me as well.
Yeah, I can't be.
So
with
I
a
need
woman.
you.
Oh yeah, facts.
I
Yeah.
need you to kind of be like, I
got-
don't
we
want
got
nobody
little-
be like, yo, I seen Joe's wife out here
Looking
with the,
bad,
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I don't want to see that. We can't have that.
No, I feel you. I
You
feel
know,
you.
That's
I'm not
preference
saying
too,
you
but
gotta be.
You got stuff going
Done.
for you with all that, bro. So you somebody to people. So your lady gotta be somebody as well. She's seen.
Right.
If you ain't nothing in life, niggas ain't gonna say that. They not gonna be like, your girl had a scarf full. Nigga, you got a scarf full. Like, that's all you got. Oh, all right.
You got a do-rag.
Yeah, you got a. I see why she got the scarf full. You wear the rag
The
everywhere.
fact that you said it, get your hoodie out your drink,
Yeah,
bro.
shit, what the fuck?
Yo, women don't like that, bro.
My man stirring
Right,
his
bro.
drink with his
That's a deal breaker right there.
Yeah, that's Josh.
Yo, Josh was in there doing like this.
Josh stirring.
It's extra flavorful.
Stirring his
Drink with the strings.
Straight.
Just add
flavor.
Try to act like we ain't see it.
But no, to the fact that you said that, how he got something going for him,
Yeah.
and so my brother T-Wise talked years ago, and I think I mentioned this to you before, because he had questioned, what kind of wife? Yeah, because I think that was before he got married. You know, man with dark skin and all this other stuff, and then he gonna hit me with some deep stuff by saying, I want somebody that's going to accentuate my ministry.
Right.
And I was like, dang, can I go again?
I started
Because you do want somebody like he knows where he's going. He knows what he wants. He needs a woman, and I'm talking about a wife. Now, of course, at some point you want to consider that. Not you, Marcel. Obviously, you got yours. But yeah, as y'all get older and you want a wife, yeah, you don't want to consider just the physical attributes of that woman. You want to consider the attributes that they bring as a collective to your union. Right. So.
Yeah, how can they help you grow?
Right. So, you know, he's real estate, he's a minister, and all these things, right? He needs a wife that's going to be able to support him in everything that he does,
Facts.
that's going to accentuate his growth. The same way she wants somebody that's going to accentuate hers as well.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's almost like a yin and yang situation. So, yeah, no, you don't want your
That go
wife.
be the deal breaker.
And
She
yeah.
can't carry her weight. That's a deal breaker for you, depending on what you got on.
Exactly.
If you gotta call her one day, like, stop by the office. I can't right now. She can't handle that.
But see, but here's the thing. We grow up all the time. What's a trophy wife? Like, what?
The arm candy.
See, but to me, that's not a trophy wife.
That's also preference.
That's physical.
That's
Arm
physical.
candy is physical.
But like when the word was, that's what they meant, bro. It was somebody that looked good on your
Yeah,
arm.
right.
They didn't
But
mean
see,
it by.
I don't want that.
They don't
See,
know what
to
she
me,
can
a
just
trophy,
see
yeah,
it.
trophy wife to me is like, one, what you bringing to the table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And two, like you said, support, growth, like things like that. Like, you know, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna be out here doing what I'm doing all this, and you just
Chilling.
Ain't pretty.
yeah, playing behind the scene. Like, nah, come on, we in this together. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, before we continue, because I got something else though. We gonna hit this break real quick, man. We gonna come right back for the next segment.
Say no more.
All right, we back. We get into before we jump into the other topic. How do y'all feel about when sometimes women say that they need a man like to pay all the bills or even to do this or to do that? Like, how y'all feel about that?
I'll lead it with that. I think initially the same way that we have certain standards for, I guess, the way women should perform or act or whatever. I think a lot of women, although I think some of it may very well be a little misguided, but same way with men, I think some of our standards may be a little misguided too. I think that they're raised with a certain standard. Whether it's from their mom or their girlfriend or a movie, I think we're influenced by everything.
Internet,
music, definitely the music now.
I think
Oh
we're
my
influenced
goodness.
by all of that, so it becomes our dogma, and that's a whole nother topic. Because I feel the same way with music, like a lot of rap lyrics and stuff like that.
Yes,
we walking
yeah.
around spitting these lyrics, and it becomes the dogma of our lives. So the same way that's taking place, I think we've incorporated that in the way that we have interactions with others. So more importantly, we're talking about women. So yeah, I personally, if you want to pick up the check, pick it up. I think if you're meeting somebody, I think if you know, first date, especially if you initiate it, some people think that's emasculating if a woman pays for it. I don't necessarily feel that way. Of course, that might come off cheap, but that's not. I don't.
One of them things I was like saying.
Yeah.
That's the first to it, bro. Hold on, chill. What you trying to say? It ain't here. Chill. Why you think? Hold on.
I think, you definitely make a good point. I think when you are when you're initially dating, I think the man should definitely be the one that's kind of like taking care of that part of it.
Yeah, facts.
I ain't got no problem with somebody picking up a check, but 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna let you. That's just me personally.
I'm the same way.
In my head already got me up. I'm paying it.
Like now, it's been times where when me and Martise was dating, it's been times where like maybe it was a surprise for my birthday or something, so she ended up just paying for that. But 9 times out of 10, if we was out, I'm paying for it, right? And then even when we, really got that stuff now, it's like I kind of cover everything. But I think that's just a mixture of a couple different things. One, I got money, so I'm gonna just pay for it. That's one, right? And then 2 is just kind of like me, like my business mindset. I'm just much more savvy with it, so I kind of know how to. All right, we're gonna use this to do that. Boom, 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 and build and flip on that. That way we'll have this much in savings at the end. Like I'm just much more savvy with it, so I kind of know how to navigate through it. Now she's the bill payer, like she's the one that'll make sure the stuff is paid.
But that's coming out of your pockets.
Yeah, but I'm the one that's kind of like, I know how we gonna get what we need. Like, all right, we need 2 new cars. I know how we getting that. So.
Right.
So if a woman just looking into a relationship like, no, I think the man should pay all my bills in order to be my man. That's
Well, yeah, you're using the word bills. We're initially talking about dinner, right? And drinks.
Yeah.
That's cool. Your bills and you're dating somebody? No, absolutely not.
Listen, I ain't got.
She's got to change her mindset.
No, you'll pay your wife's. You'll help pay your wife's bills and the bills of the home.
Right, the bills of the home when you're married together.
Yeah, but you're not paying some chick's phone bill.
We not dating and I'm paying your bills now.
But I think that
because dating mean you might be dating Larry tomorrow.
Well, I think that yo, for real,
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, they all chip in. Like,
yo, for real, I think that comes from like celebrities, rapping and like
I'ma fly you out.
They are messing with men with money. So it's
but
like,
regardless, though, my thing is, even if I got it, why? Like, nah, I'm cool. Like, what am I paying myself for? Right?
What does that do for me?
What is that doing for you?
But it
like,
makes you look at the female in a different lens,
right.
though. It's like, so you are looking to be essentially taken care of,
Yeah, exactly.
fully.
But that's how it is, though.
You want me to be your pop,
right? That's not the woman you want on your arm. I wouldn't think that you would.
To me, that woman doesn't give you anything. It sounds like she takes everything.
Like if we marry and we have a household of bills, that's one
That
thing.
naturally happens, though.
Right.
It does.
That's what naturally happens. You just naturally pay the bills.
But like if we dating, bro.
No,
because my thing is,
right?
Because my thing is, to me, I'm like, well, how do you manage your money? Because before me, how was you covering all this?
Darius paid them.
She said Darius.
You need to call him, then you need to call him.
We definitely not going to the next level because when I marry you, you're gonna expect the same thing, and I ain't got to. It's gonna be worse.
Yeah, you should pay this. You should pay that.
Like,
you can throw that on my deal breaker list, Adam. You asked me. You can throw that on my deal breaker list.
Like you're not going. Like it's called money management, baby.
If
like
a woman ever said that stuff to me, I wouldn't even talk to her.
if you can't afford to live there, you better move.
Yep,
You better move.
But like me and my wife, we have a joint account, so it's kind of like.
I got one too though. Let me stop.
I was like, all married folk always say that shit. They all got married, joints, but yeah, like it's like so it doesn't put one person above the other. So like right now, I'm not working, but she's working, but I'm still getting money in. So it's still like we don't.
Y'all both somewhat chipping in.
Yeah.
You're still trapping.
Yeah.
He said he's still trapping.
I'm the same way. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it being with you. When we first did the whole drink thing, that's kind of how I felt too. Like it kind of like covers up who's bringing in what. Now, even though like me personally, even though we got joint accounts, I still got personal accounts as well. But that's just because I got different sources of income, so I don't like to blend everything.
Exactly.
And then for me, I ain't gonna lie, I like just doing things where I got money somewhere where I don't know, and it's like when I need it, I can get it.
Yeah, in case of emergency.
Yeah, so that part is cool, and I get why you said that because there was one point in time where I wasn't really making that much money, bro. I was really just getting church checks and checks from playing at funerals, stuff like that. And I mean, bills are still getting paid, and it never created that whole. Well, I'm making more money than you.
Right.
Even though, for me and my wife, we care less who making more money as long as the bills is getting paid. We care less, but it never. Like it wouldn't even create that type of that vibe or that tension, right? So when it got to the point where we was like we doing something now, then it just turned into, damn, we got this much money. Hold up, like you know what I mean? That's what it just turned into. So
it comes to we. It's not just
right,
me.
As it should be, right? As it should be.
like and then like my son, like Jeremiah, like he look at us. Cause he don't really know, he don't know the extent, but in his mind, he think like we rich, like, cause he just look, oh, we got a house, we got cars, I can play, like, took him to the football drink the other day and bought his stuff, and he was like, you got the money to pay for that? And it's like, I ain't broke, like, God, what you think
That's only $300.
but in his mind, but he don't look at it as, oh, I got the money, mommy don't got the money. He don't look at it that way. He just look at it like, y'all got this much money, like so.
Good out here. We
Right. So I think it just kind of it sets that tone of like we in this together type thing.
Yeah,
I feel you.
I think you just like
Yeah, that's what
if you dating right now, you just find somebody who match your hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end
That's
of the
it.
day.
But I'm definitely not paying your bills if you did.
Yeah, I'm not paying anybody's bills.
Just match your
So
hustle.
I'm paying. And then your wife can't get
You know, dates I'll be like,
Nobody
so what do you wanna? I'll solve.
Watch this. So I got a story about Josh, right? So Josh went on a date. Josh went on a date with one of my cousins, right? And this nigga, I think we goes out to eat or
We
something.
went to the movies. We went to a bar before we went to the movies.
And he was broke.
I remember.
He gonna say, so you not gonna pay him?
That bill not gonna pay itself, baby.
She wanted me to pay for drinks,
Yeah.
the movie tickets, and the snacks. That's 3 things too many.
He said, I got one. You got the other two to one.
Bro, kill him.
Movie snacks,
I remember this story. It was the drinks for him. When she got the drink, Josh was like, he had it. No, not no 2 drinks. I'm not thirsty. He said,
Hold on, Josh.
Bro, she
real quick.
called me and she cussed me out. I'm like, first of all, I never told you to go out with him.
Right.
I didn't know. Like,
That was their choice.
they met at my wedding, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I never even told you to go out with him because I'd have told you he wasn't going to pay for nothing. I'd have told you that.
I was poor.
But, she cussed me out for that. I called Josh, like, yo, what happened? He talking about, man, she want to drink.
he was snapping like it was out of the
She
line.
wanted-
I didn't even enjoy the movie. I think we left.
Had nothing to do with it. Before I say something, you want to say something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Josh.
make it real quick though.
What drink did she order that set you off?
got-
It was a Coke.
No, I got a beer, right? I got 2 beers. I was like, you want a beer?
Every guy remembers
No,
this.
I just ordered the beers. I didn't even ask her. I just ordered the beers. I said, what do you
So you
drink?
ordered
She
it.
said
You didn't plan on
tequila.
paying for it.
And I got her another beer.
I'm going to keep it.
Right. You go order the beer and say you
Oh, she got a tough talk. She's like, let me get the mezcal.
I'm going to keep it a
The
bean with you
mezcal.
now, bro. She a doctor now. You probably should have.
You probably got them beers
Damn.
for free.
Cut that
You should have
check.
paid for all that.
Cut that check, bro.
The only,
I didn't have money.
And let me get this in real quick, Adam. So your fault, your problem with that was you knew going in you was pop.
She asked me.
I get it, but especially because you the dude, you needed to make sure it clarified this evening. So
Beforehand.
Yeah.
is
What was that? That was like a couple of years ago, though.
It was at my wedding, so it was like 2016.
Yeah, that was some years ago.
So this tonight is this. What's that term where you pay yours and I pay mine? We're going. This is, I forget the term. Somebody's going. Anyway, there's
Yeah,
a
I can't
term for
remember.
it. Long story short, you should have established that. Especially being the dude. I don't care if she asked you. You should, especially knowing, like, even if she asked you and you had bread, it probably wouldn't even matter to say something because she got it. But even if she don't, I'm cool.
You know what it
But
was?
you had nothing.
That's
what I'm saying.
You gotta say something.
You shouldn't even have went.
You know what it was for me? In my mind, at that time, I had it established already that when you go to the movies with somebody, especially a date, you split the money. Somebody pays for the tickets, somebody gets the snacks.
I've never done that.
I never done that. I never done that.
That's the Josh rule. That's preference. That's your preference, bro.
But something
bro,
made
see-
him think that. Like,
Bro.
if he watched the movie,
Who idea
if
was
his
it?
dad told him
Bro,
that.
it was
Why
a
did
time.
was it?
I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. It was a time, and this like we can kind of wrap up on the topic, but it was a time, bro. I took a girl to the movies, and I ended up having to take her and her like 2 friends. We was younger, like 14 or whatever, right?
I would have been home.
And I ended up paying for everybody, not because I had to, but in my mind,
You got to.
I got to.
Right.
One, I'm trying to flex in front of my girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got you and your shorties. Yo,
That's how it is.
The whole movie.
I like to flex, but I flex my budget.
We got the movie, yo, what nachos, all that, like.
Bro, that's a youth thing,
And
bro.
I was broke because I had to walk from 60th and Market all the way home afterwards. But at the end of the day, I was that bull. I went back to school like, yo, Joe cut a check on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I got something like that. When she paid for we went to the movie, but she paid before we got there. So when we get there, I'm like, how much was it? Because I got the cash with me.
Right.
So the whole night, she just won't tell me. I'm spending the whole night chasing her, trying to put my cash in her back pocket. You not about to go out and tell her, I done took this nigga to the movies. He ain't have no money. Hold on. Oh, no. He said, hold on line. I'm here. I'm trying to give it back and you not accepted it. That's what I'm
Nah, yeah.
Hold on, it's here. I got it. I got to stay on.
But let me say something real fast. The movies is the worst place to take a person to the date.
Too expensive. And it's
No,
not
you
worth
can't
it.
talk to the
Especially if you don't got no
person.
money,
You can't talk
Josh.
to the person.
I think it's a good place.
That's
to
the
go.
best
Like,
part, though. No, that's the best part.
No,
Not the first date.
That's the best part.
Yeah, not the first date where you want to get to know him.
Yeah.
But see, that's why to me,
That's why you go out to eat.
movie. That's why you do different things. You go movies, go out to eat, movies,
stuff.
bowling, movie.
Yeah,
da-da-da-da-da.
you don't just go do the movies.
No.
But I'm gonna keep it a beat with you.
Yeah.
The movies kind of tell you could learn something about a girl at the movies
she talk
too,
all
though.
the time, or she on the phone all the time, or how ignorant
You
she
can
might
learn,
be.
yeah. Can she just sit her butt down and focus on this movie for a second? You know what I'm saying? So you can learn.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you a real quick story, real fast. Story time. I took.
Story time. Dun, 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 dun.
We got story time.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Make
So
it quick, boss. Make it quick.
I took my wife out. I was, at the Union League and stuff, making money. And the
Y'all
first
married?
no, the first date. This was the first date.
First date, okay.
Yeah, it was first date.
First date.
The first date.
Get with it. Let's go.
So I met her at college. I spent game. Actually, she came after me, but.
Okay.
But so I took her on the first date. The first date we had was at the Benjamin Franklin steps. On the top of the steps, so I drove up. It was me and my friends used to go there and smoke all the time.
What
So
are the Benjamin Franklin steps?
That's what I was
the
confused.
Art
Institute?
Museum. Yeah,
Art Museum. Oh.
Yeah.
I think that the Franklin Institute. I was like, what's up?
My bad. You can drive up there, so you like
Okay.
take
In
a
the
back
back,
way.
yeah.
And she used to work at Caesars, and I'm Little Caesars, and we bought pizza, and we
course.
just chilled. It was it chilled.
Okay. That little pizza that little Caesars got.
Yeah, dog.
Pizza.
But it was cool though because we was sitting on the car, we was talking like this.
Yeah, it was
the
nice.
night out, the stars was out, and we
That's
see the city.
beautiful.
Disclaimer. Little Caesars is good.
Yeah, Little Caesars is banging.
Get that drizzle on the pizza.
Listen,
My
Little
nigga.
Caesars is banging.
You
Little
know.
Caesars banging.
He knows.
But yeah,
They got Little
only
Caesars.
way.
Didn't you used to work for Little Caesars?
I used to work there. I was a
But
manager.
he wasn't gonna say nothing though.
He never ate it though. He never eat
I worked there, so we ain't gonna talk about that.
Go ahead, son.
but you make
I know
a
that.
date creative,
Oh yeah, facts.
it don't matter how much you spent.
I think that's more.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
think that's
true.
much more exciting when you do creative dates.
Yeah,
For sure.
Facts. And it's cheaper. You're right. It's definitely cheaper.
cheaper. I bought a bottle one day at the bar. It was $2.20. That was $40 at Waters. Next time, girl, you want to just get it and go home? I'm like,
Well, the fact that you didn't know that.
what?
Yeah, you don't.
No, I know it was
Yeah,
cheaper.
yeah, no
I just
bottle
did it.
service
It was my
popping off.
birthday, bro. You gotta do what you
Say
gotta
no
do
more.
sometimes.
Yeah, I get
It was me, her, and 5 of her friends, all ladies. You know how I do. I just had to.
You know how
Well,
Close
you
on-
get back to it.
To close on that topic though, we're gonna switch it up a little bit, man.
Let's go.
How y'all feel about? Well, first off, is smoking weed a sin?
I love it.
Is it a
He
sin?
said, "I love
No.
it."
I thought you just said just smoking. I said, honestly.
He said, "I love it."
Smoking weed is sin,
It's a
man.
sin.
I think it's a sin.
Ooh,
Listen, I ain't gonna lie.
that's a good question.
When I did smoke weed, I enjoy. I mean, I love smoking. I ain't gonna lie on some Josh. I love smoking weed, bro. Like, it put you in some cool mindset. I be chilling, man. I don't know. I just be chilling, but I don't know if it's a sin or not when it comes to like the religion side of things. But I don't know, man.
What would the sin be considered?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say.
Is it a temple or something?
Go ahead, Joe. You go first.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
See, I'm gonna be honest. I got mixed feelings about it. I mean, I'm not a weed smoker.
I don't have mixed feelings, so I'll let Joe
No,
go first.
I'm not a weed. I'm not a weed smoker. But I'm gonna put it this way. I know what it can do on the physical needs of people.
Right, stop right there. sin.
No, I got that as sin.
All right.
But I'm about to say, because
I don't want you to get the whole church answer.
No, I was about to lead into where it's sin.
Go ahead.
But I also know what it can do, as far as mentally, right? And to me, that's where the sin comes in. At it's because of the what's the word I'm looking for?
Smiling like they said.
It's because no, I'm be real. It's because of like what's the word I'm looking for though? Like it's just honestly, you begin to like. No offense, Josh. I love it. You worship it now, and that's already a sin right there. Because you can't worship nothing else but God.
Yeah.
That's a sin.
You went church.
I did go church.
You went church.
Because I want to make sure. There's certain things I don't want to say because I don't want to put.
Right. All right. So let me go because I'm in a place I don't care.
No, because I'm be real. Because I got family members who suffer from other things besides the weed.
That's what I was about to
That's
ask
why
you.
I'm being careful with what I say. No. Like everybody knows, it's no secret. It's no secret. I got a family member who was like on drugs, like bad, like severe. But and I know that's where it stemmed from originally, was from the weed.
You think it was, but you.
Because again, the conversation.
I don't believe
The conversation.
I don't believe in that.
But see,
though.
the conversation we had earlier before we got on here when we was talking about the feeling of being high. So eventually, if you consistently smoke weed, back in the day, you ain't have all this sour deal. I don't even know all the stuff that's out here now, right?
Right.
So eventually once you get addicted to the weed, you get used to the high. So now you got to go to something else to boost your high, right? You got to go somewhere else to get you higher.
Yeah. I think that's on the person at the same time. No disrespect to nobody. That's
But
on
no,
drugs
I
and
think
stuff.
that's a spirit. I don't think that's a person. I think it's a spirit.
I think it's a mixture of both because it could be genetic for one thing.
How is it genetic?
I have like alcoholism in my family, and I feel like that
That's a curse to me.
it's a curse, but it's also genetic. You know what I mean? Like
You have addictive personality.
Yeah, it's an addictive personality.
Yeah.
I feel like those types of traits.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is where the spiritual part comes in for me. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think nothing is genetic. Like real rap, I really don't. I think it's a curse. I think it's a mindset. I think it's a way of. I think it's a lifestyle, and I think it's a spirit. Because even when we say like cancer is not genetic.
Yeah.
It's how we all if you eat how your grandpa was eating. Yeah, you're gonna get diabetes and stuff the same darn way. That's not right. So my thing is, I think it's all a spirit, and it's a curse, and it's like I think it's those things because let's be real. Like I said, I got family members that alcoholism, crackheads, stuff like that, and I'm never gonna be none of that. But that's because I chose to destroy the curse. I chose to destroy that spirit. I chose to cast that out. Like nah, bro, I'm not gonna have that over my life.
Yo, Joe, let me ask you a quick question real fast. So, what do you say to people who have chronic illnesses that need marijuana to soothe their...
It's not true. You don't need marijuana. It's not necessarily true. That's a mindset. Everybody believes that, oh my God, weed is this miracle plant.
So,
just weed.
So would you rather them, take like Tylenol or like
no?
some
But
type
there's
of,
definitely other herbal
prescription?
methods. For example, inflammation, right? Inflammation. You don't have to take aspirin to fight against inflammation. You can take black seed oil.
CBD oil.
Wait, do you feel that way because you think it's a gateway?
Things like that.
No, weed?
Yeah, you feel that way about weed because you think it's a gateway drug? To
No,
other stuff?
like I said, I think the feeling of being high is a spirit. It's a demonic spirit.
Gotcha.
Hold up, real fast.
Go ahead.
So, like I told you, like the previous episode, that my wife has MS. So that's nothing that she was born with.
Right,
but
right.
It's developed, and she gets tingles. So the cure for that, especially at night, because she has extreme reactions at night, is marijuana. So
Who said that's the cure though?
it's not the cure, but it just soothes her.
It works.
She don't smoke to get high. She smokes to ease
To relax.
They go to sleep.
But there's other so in my defense, and again, I'm not talking against it because it is what it is.
Right.
But in my rebuttal to that, there's other herbal methods she can do that can do the same thing that we can do with less risk. Just being honest.
What's the risk though? What's the risk?
What's the risk?
I agree and disagree with my brother. I'm to answer the root question. Do I believe that smoking marijuana is a sin? My answer to that question, to me, is no.
I agree.
Now, I believe, in addition to what Joe was saying relative to the effects of smoking weed, I get that. That's not the question. Although those are the ramifications of having done so.
Right.
Right. I think one of the major reasons why we're so divisive, or maybe even a better word, just divided, when it comes to this particular topic, is because of the fact that weed has become so criminalized to us for so long, right? Not in our community, but to our nation, our country has criminalized it. But now that it has proven to have medicinal advantages, right? Now we find good purpose for marijuana. And so now, now there's dispensaries everywhere, and it's legalized in several states, and I think Pennsylvania is trying to come on board with it if they haven't done it already.
But my question is that real quick though, my response to that would be this, right? And I get that part that we could help in those instances, right? But let's be completely transparent. Let's be completely honest with this thing. When you start to use weed for recreational purposes, that's almost like alcoholism. Right? Because if weed is created and designed to help soothe, heal, whatever, maybe your headaches, whatever the case is, right? And you have neither of those things. None of it, right?
But what's the bad thing in it though?
Mismanaging it,
Right.
But
Now you're misusing it. Same thing, like for example, if you taking Tylenol PMs for no reason,
just to go to sleep,
you're now and so now in your mind frame, you're looking at it as, oh, weed is a healing drug, but you ain't got nothing that need to be healed. So why are you smoking it then, right? So my thing is, in my mind frame, that's where smoking weed is a sin, because now you are now glorifying something over God.
Okay, but what about all the people who have like extreme anxiety?
But that's what I'm talking about.
You're not talking
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about recreational purposes.
Okay.
I'm talking about strictly recreational purposes.
So that's the sin
where
if
you
you're
got
using it for
people
no
where you got people who smoke weed when they first wake up. Where you got people who smoke weed just to go to bed at night because that's how much weed they smoke.
You can say,
right?
but you can say something.
that's how much weed they smoke. And I'm not talking against nobody. I love. You already know. I love everybody, right? But my thing is, we gotta stop, and this is my problem. We gotta stop trying to minimize the problem, because it's like, well, it's not bad for you because people smoking who has knee problems. People smoking because they got anxiety. It's still bad if you don't need it. Yeah. Because now again, you might not think this in your mind, but you are now addicted to this. Let's be real. And yeah, it's something where you might not need a 12-step program, because we're addicted to a lot of things. We could be addicted to social media, food. We could be addicted to food. You could be addicted to a whole bunch of different things. So just because it's not harmful, don't mean it's not a sin.
Yeah, I get it. And this is probably one of those topics we could probably talk a lot about, especially since though there's a couple of us that do smoke weed. Not me.
Right. And see, hold on. And here's another part about that. That's another reason why I think it's sin, because everybody who doesn't smoke weed has to feel the need to say, I don't smoke.
I did that for a reason.
No, I know, I got you, but I'm just saying. I'm just talking about in general.
I know that they don't. They have a reason. Some people say,
I'm talking about
I'm so paranoid.
Exactly.
I can't relate.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, for whatever reason.
When he did that, cause he high. I can't relate. I never got high and wanted to kill somebody. I never got high and wanted to rob a bank. I be on my couch minding my business. So he was high.
Exactly.
But
for some reason, we always got to wave our hand and say, I don't smoke. And this is why I don't smoke. I used to smoke. But so my thing is, again, weed to me, like I said, if it's prescribed for a necessary reason, and it's because, again, if you're getting prescribed marijuana, 9 times out of 10 is not the other stuff that you're getting out on the streets, right? Mm-hmm. So if it's prescribed for a necessary reason and you got to handle what you got to handle, that's one thing, right? Mm-hmm. But once it becomes something that consumes you, it's a sin, because that's the sin. Mm-hmm. Smoking the weed isn't the sin. It's the fact that you're allowing this thing to consume you.
Right. Exactly. I think one of the problems that we have, allow me, Adam, is especially, I'll say the church, and the reason I'm gonna say church because part of the question is sin, and that's relevant to the church. Is I think we find hot button topics to illuminate over others. right? So we can always, especially coming up in the church, right? So some of the hottest sins, right, for the church is, you know, maybe smoking, sexuality,
Sex.
sex, you know, sex before marriage. Those are the things that, as preachers, we could preach about and get the most holler and response from.
Right.
But we also to understand that sin is sin,
Right.
right? All of it. So gluttony, sin,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. So we overeating, and you know, even down to drinking. Drinking is not a sin. It's the gluttony of it. It's
Right.
the Bible says, "Drink not to be drunken."
Right.
So it's the excess, and of course, there's going to be some people who totally disagree because there's always going to be that division, especially when it comes to theology and the dogma of several hot topic issues. But we don't do that when it comes to between morning service and afternoon service when we go into the basement or over to the fellowship hall
Right. To eat.
to eat, and we're loading up on the yams and the macaroni and cheese
That's
and the
a sin.
biscuits and
That's
the
what I'm
fried
saying,
chicken.
yeah.
We
That's a
do
sin.
that every week at church, and then we're selling the platters and we're selling dinners and all of that. And all of that is boosting our blood pressure, which is prevalent in the black community. Our cholesterol is prevalent in the black community. That's a sin too.
It's facts.
But we typically only talk about the hot stuff.
The hot topic.
Yeah.
Because
we
that's what gets the people riled
That's what
up.
gets people riled up
But
and
when
gets the attention.
you really break down sin again is not about the object itself. Sin is, literally is about that is consuming you now. That is because here's the thing. The Bible always said we all fall short. We all gonna sin. We all gonna fall short. But the problem, the issue that we have is now we allow that sin to become us, consume us, become us, right? So, and that's the issue. So again, that like to kind of go back to where my stance is with it is like, I don't think smoking directly is the sin, but I think the consumption of this is what I need to do, this is what I want to do, this is what I love to do,
right.
that becomes the sin.
So if I only smoke once a month, I'm cool?
Nah.
Gotcha.
Because that's still a format. Like
Listen,
you smoke it once a month.
Listen, y'all want to still talk? We got like a minute left, right? I don't know if y'all want to
Let's
still talk about
let's
this.
keep it going.
You can do a summation. You know, we got 1
We
minute.
can break it up and do something else.
Yeah, all right, well, we're going to take another quick break, man. We're going to finish this topic on the next segment. All right, we back. We're going to finish this topic. Is smoking weed a sin? And Joe, you were saying something. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I can't really remember it either, but I think, like I said, to just finish it, finish what we was talking about. Like I was saying, like I don't think necessarily that smoking weed is the sin. I think the consumption of anything, once you begin to glorify that over God,
Right.
that's the sin. And I think, honestly, in church, we've been preaching it wrong because we've been preaching that the sin is smoking or that the sin is drinking, and that's not the sin. The sin is consumption. Once you allow it to consume
makes
you
sense.
and take over you and it has control over you, because that's what eventually happens, that's the sin. That's where the sin is.